Hello guys. Welcome to our channel today. We are going to dive into a fascinating phenomenon of American politics, the famous surprise of October. What is the surprise of October? Just imagine, there are a few days left for the presidential elections in the United States, and all of a sudden, boom. A bombastic news falls like a bomb, potentially changing the entire course of the election. This, my friends, is the surprise of October. Why is it important? The surprise of October can be a watershed in the presidential race. It is that unexpected fact that can turn the game around, making undecided voters change their minds or motivating people who didn't even think about voting to go to the polls. What are the most famous surprises of October? Over the years, we have had several memorable surprises of October. Let's remember a few. First surprise of October, the dirty campaign of the Founding Fathers in 1800. It goes back to the aggressive campaigns of defamation between then-President John Adams and his rival and former Vice President Thomas Jefferson in 1800. The political pamphlet writer and journalist James Callender, supposedly hired by Jefferson, launched a campaign against Adams before the election, tilting the scale in favor of Thomas Jefferson. Second surprise of October, the failed hostage agreement in 1980. Jimmy Carter's failure to close a hostage agreement with Iran cost him re-election in 1980. The release of American hostages during the 1979 Islamic Revolution was one of the national issues prevalent during the 1980 election. This failure cost Carter's re-election, demonstrating the power of a surprise of October. Then, in 2023, the New York Times and Intercept claimed that Reagan's campaign manager and later CIA director William Casey conspired to convince Tehran not to release hostages before the election, depriving Carter of political capital. The hostages were released on January 20, 1981, a few minutes after Ronald Reagan took over. Third surprise of October, Osama bin Laden and George W. Bush's tape. 3 years after the September 11th attacks, a video message from the leader of the Al-Qaeda, Osama bin Laden, increased the electoral chances of then-President George W. Bush in a tape broadcast by Al Jazeera. On October 29, 2004, bin Laden recognized the responsibility for the September 11th attack for the first time and threatened the United States with new attacks. A search 2 days later gave Bush a 6-point advantage over his Democratic rival John Kerry. Telegraph reported at the time that the tape may have helped President Bush to win another term, as it provoked a final round of discussion about which candidate can better defeat terrorism. Fourth surprise of October, Access Hollywood vs. Emailgate. 2 October surprises shook the ZOA in 2016. On October 7th, an Access Hollywood tape leaked showing Republican candidate Donald Trump making sexist comments, provoking a storm of criticism, but new evidence from Democrats and Hillary Clinton revealed the use of a private server as government confidential emails on October 28 were revealed to have sparked the Trump tape scandal. If the election had been on October 27, I would be your president, Clinton complained to CNN in 2017. Fifth surprise of October, the laptop of hell. Last year, if the story of Hunter Biden's abandonment had not been suppressed, it could have been the surprise of October of the 2020 race between his father Joe Biden and Trump. Emails, photos and video files on Hunter's laptop detailing the influence trafficking scheme were reported by the New York Post in mid-October 2020, but immediately blocked by social media and discarded by 51 former U.S. intelligence agents as being a Russian misinformation. What could be the next surprise? Analysts cite 5 possible events that may play in favor of Trump or Kamala, including the launch of harmful tapes, a hurricane, new assassination attempts, another presidential debate and a large military escalation abroad. Will it really work? Well, the answer is not simple. Some analysts argue that these last-minute events may have a significant impact, especially in close elections. Others believe that most voters have already made their decision before October. However, the examples we have seen show that, historically, these surprises have the power to shape narratives, influence public opinion and, in some cases, potentially change the result of an election. In the end, the surprise of October remains an intriguing element of American politics. It reminds us that, in politics, as well as in life, the unexpected can always happen. From the defamation campaigns of founding fathers to the complex modern international negotiations, history shows us that the month of October can be full of twists and turns in American elections. And you, what do you think? Do you believe that one last twist can change the course of an election? Any October surprise more recent marked you? Leave your comment below. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel and activate notifications for more content on politics and history. See you next time.